Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 93's the
On third down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check, check.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him.
Mayfield's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8
They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something.
Started, you know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a pro.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 1st and goal from the 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Down and goal.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Austin Hooper. Touchdown.
Austin Hooper. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
By the Browns.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
and he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throw to his running back. It's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Burrow. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
John Ross, incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
John Ross.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The Browns' 42-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Burrow on play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And Burrow going to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
Down Browns.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Coverage there by Von Bell.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. To Mixon on 1st down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and run with Mixon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield.
15-yard line.
And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
To Tyler Boyd.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Mayfield.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He finds Beckham, complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
And the Browns.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards that time.
25 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
It's second and inches at the 41.
Good position to be in here, second and inches. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10. At their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Denzel Ward.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 26-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sean Williams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. He's at the 30. 10.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, Bengals 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun to give to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A third down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 25. Check 31. Check 31. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
They run it again with Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
To Nick Chubb.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
All right, that's a decent game there.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Looking for the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, 52. Check.
And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
They'll run with Mixon, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt, and really a field goal would. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
21 apiece. For Cincinnati.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, 83 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
For the point after.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow
throw now. A big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Let's go, defense. Get on the field, defense. Check it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And they almost had another one. They are all...
Got a tight end who can run. You've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Don't be scared. You smell that chicken draw.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. 84 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Browns 31, Bengals 28.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Down right around the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, Mixon.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. But now it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Go, go, go. Hey, check right 34. Right 34. 19, target. 19, target. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow on play action. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
51, Mike. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Burrow looking to pass. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
It's 2nd and
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. What can Mayfield do here on the OT? And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So that'll back them up 5. Play action. It's Burrow going deep downfield and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 24.
Let's go, baby.
Handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.